start with the concrete and then get more abstract as you go. I didn't do that, so I'm a hypocrite. I didn't do that. But start more concrete and then get abstract as you go along, and define your terms as you go. Now I just wanted to finish on that last thing I said. Put down the Guardian, switch off the BBC, and come to Speaker's Corner. And
Yes.
That's all I wanted to say. Thank you very much. I've only come here for it now. It doesn't get easier, so you can as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is added political culture. Speaker's Corner, the bar has been raised. I'm glad I witnessed it.
Okay.
Now, I may be biased. Are you still in this black mode?
Yes. Black mode.
Are you prepared to defend yourself?
Yes.
What do you propose? Give us an introduction of your best defense of the black what should we call it? Black mirage, black
casino.
Yeah, I'll explain. Okay. The construction of, we'll talk about the British society that we're here. The construction,
are you talking about black?
Yeah, I'm going to come into that now. The construction of black is a term, is a category of race in the concept of racism. So white is accepted officially, this is government terms. White, there's black, there's Asian. Yes, these are government categories not invented by myself, but are of the official social order. Therefore, when I say I am black, I am in harmony with the social construct that is currently operating and even managing this very space in which we're speaking.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't have to be. There are a lot of, say, modalities we can talk about. A lot of perspectives. Feminism, positivism, realism, conservatism. But I would like to face the music, because a lot of people has a lot of apprehension, a lot of questions, a lot of fears, a lot of issues when the word black is mentioned.
Yes.
Especially in relation to race.
Right.
Now, why do you think that the word black is constructed using race as a criterion? Why do you need race as a criterion to define what is black?
Why do you need race as a criteria to define what is black? Black is one of the terminologies used to describe a race. So
can you define black without race?
Black can be described as a shade, but we're discussing race and we're discussing politics.
So we're discussing race. We're discussing
black in terms of its political context. We're not discussing black as colour, we're discussing politics.
So we're not talking about the word black. We're not talking about colour black. We're talking about race.
Yes.
So why don't we be clear that we're discussing race instead of codifying black as race? Because the word black could refer to color, it could refer to an adjective meaning a black joke.
Right.
Okay? So the main issue is race.
Yes, definitely.
Good. Do you think that the word race can construct and define a viable, discrete grouping, entity, rational scientific terms? Right. In other words, is there such a thing as race, scientifically, objectively?
That's debatable, but I'd like to stick with the functional. Yes. So racism is a
No. Are you talking about race or racism? Is it the same thing? Is race racism?
Yes.
Is it deviation? Or
Yeah.
what?
Because ism is the belief. Yeah. So the belief that races exist is the belief in race is racism. Belief in race is racism. So just Catholics.
Can we have racism without race?
No. Yes.
Can we have race without racism?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Now,
Because you can have racism and racialism.
would you like some Oreos? Black outside, white inside.
That's a chocolate.
Black outside, white inside. Now, speaking of race, you have introduced another word,
Yes.
racialism.
Yes.
You haven't defined what it is. Secondly, racism has not been defined, and now racialism.
Right.
What's the difference between racialism and racism?
Right. As I understand it, racialism is the belief that races exist. Racism, the subtle difference in that it believes that there is a supreme race above all, among all the races. That's
So you're telling me a black person can't be racist towards a white person?
So those are the two terms. Now,
Could you answer the question?
yeah. Say the question again, please.
You said that racism is linked to the belief that one race is superior to the other.
Yes.
Yeah, so could it not be true that we say the whites are racist against the blacks? They think they're superior.
Right.
Blacks might think be racist towards white. They think they're superior.
Yes.
It's like we can all go around with these fantasies. I think I'm great at this and that, but the reality is different. So,
Very good. Very good.
So
So this
like
is the reality. Very good.
okay, yeah. The
Right.
reality is racism, as I understand it,
Yeah.
is a part of the condition.
Oh, racism is a part of the
We're
human
hardwired,
condition. Oh, right. We're hardwired.
regardless of your race.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
But you haven't.
Racism is hardwired into everybody. That's what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to follow your theory.
I agree with that.
Racism is hardwired
Yes.
into everyone.
Yes.
Now, how do you go
On
about?
the planet.
How do you go about being anti-racist in that situation?
Oh, fantastic question. Very good question.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
And you do exactly what they're doing today. You put intrinsic laws that it's illegal to use violence for one race. You understand? It's not the fault.
He says make law.
No, sir. You said you agree with the theory that racism is hardwired into
Yes.
everyone.
Yes.
That means it's biological.
Yes.
Good. If racism is biological, how are you going to organize a campaign against biology?
Okay.
Good question.
I can
Good
answer
question.
that. I can
Good
answer
question.
that.
Go. I'll go. But
Well, we'd say I'm hardwired as a warm-blooded male. When I see an attractive woman, I have thoughts sexually.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
but that doesn't. There's an intrinsic law in society to stop me going and effectively.
Rape it.
Yes, that woman. Yes,
That's right.
and that's
I'd
the
agree
law.
with you. I'd agree with you. The law, which is the structure.
This is, you see, first they say it's biological. Does this guy know what he's talking about?
So yes, I'd agree with him there. The law becomes.
Listen. When you, let's be. I'm a simple guy.
Keep it simple. That's right. Let's keep it simple. Right.
We agree it's biological. It's genes. It's blood, right?
Of course.
Now, if I truly accept and believe what you just said,
Yes.
that racism is biological,
Yes.
it means if I want to get rid of the racism in me, I need a blood transfusion.
It might be more than blood.
Let me start again.
More
No,
than blood.
please.
Don't limit it to blood.
No, please. We're following a discussion.
Yes.
They made a theory that racism is hardwired, and
Right.
they agree it's biological.
Yes.
Good. If it's in the biology,
Yes.
how are you going to be against it?
Okay. No, he answered it.
No.
Laws are constructed
The laws are
for
nothing
the
to do with biology.
management.
No.
Sorry?
This is problematic.
Of course it is.
So how are you going to execute the law with someone's body? You're going to arrest them, take them to the laboratory?
Well, that's what happened. No,
Sir, I'm following the theory. No, this is not the point. This is the big debate between nurture and nature,
Right. Good.
biology and culture.
Okay.
Good. Nature. Nurture. You got it.
Oh, please, let's be consistent here. Don't mix things up. You didn't say culture. You didn't say society. You said hardwired biology, body. I'm not stupid.
Yes.
Now,
Hardwired. Yeah.
that's what you said. It's biological.
Yeah. Nature and nurture.
No. What do you call about nature and nurture?
You just mentioned the term. It's perfect. It's
I
perfect.
mentioned it, not you. Before I mentioned it, you say racism is hardwired into everyone.
Yes. By nature and nurture.
And you also, no, you didn't say by nature and nurture. Don't lie. You know, I don't like this
No,
kind
but
of.
that is
that you were lying.
harmony.
You were lying. You
What's
said
the culture?
nature and culture. You didn't. You said it was biological.
No, not
We
culture.
agree. No, please, don't twist. No, there's one thing I can't do. Right is honesty
Let's
in the
go-
discussion.
let's go
No. Please.
All right.
Stop it. You're being dishonest. You're not being
Apparently.
consistent.
Apparently.
I asked you 3 times.
Yes.
Hardwired. In biology, you said yes.
Yes, that's correct. What does it mean
Now,
to be
what does
hardwired?
culture got to fuck to do with biology?
Okay, very good. Very
Now,
good.
no.
Would you like me to answer
You want
that
to be
question?
clever? You want to be clever?
Are you asking me a
No, please. I'm trying to make it easy for you. I was too generous. You want to play dirty? Let's play dirty.
Okay.
Good. Now, there is another theory that says that racism is an ideological construct. Nothing to do with biology. There is another theory.
Where's your source? What's your source?
Professor Michael Bampton. Professor Robert Miles. You want to hear more names? And from London, Professor John Solomons. You want me to give you more books? Don't fuck with me now. We're talking about racism.
That's right.
There is a theory that racism is an ideological construct. Nothing to do with biology. Do you agree with that theory?
No, in that.
Okay, you don't. Okay, forget it. No is no. Forget it. Yeah.
Yes.
What was the question?
You've got it now.
You see the problematic?
Okay.
Shall I repeat it again
Yep.
and again? In terms of a political movement and social policy,
Political movement and social
in terms of,
policy.
oh my friend,
That's what you just said, yes?
we have
Political movement,
Yes.
social
Yes,
policy.
yes.
That's nurture, yes? Continue. Political movement, social policy. Nurture. Not nature, that's nurture. That's not biology, that's nurture. Continue.
how can one mobilize resources to combat racism through social policy and a political movement? if racism, as you have alleged, is a biological construct.
It's very simple. As I said,
Explain. I want explanation.
Make laws.
Don't tell me it's simple.
it is simple.
Don't patronize me. Explain what you mean.
Can I ask you a question? Okay, well I'll make a statement.
No.
If we just say, if I felt superior to this man because he's darker than I am, that is my thought. Is that illegal? Is it illegal to think, to be racist in your mind?
Yeah, but sir, we're back to the same
isn't.
question.
It
What is
isn't.
racism?
It
You're
isn't.
you're back to question one again.
I'm not.
What is racism?
But it would be
What
illegal
is racism?
if I were to
What is
actively
racism?
use
See the
violence
problem?
to repress this man.
Right. Okay.
There is no agreement, there's no consensus about what is racism and how it's constructed. There's no agreement.
Sir, I'm
There
against,
is.
I'm against any
Then
thought.
what it is?
I can tell you what it is.
What is it?
Yeah.
What is racism?
Yeah. I'll explain.
Is it biological or is it ideological?
Biological, I would say.
It's a combination of the two. Ideological as in nurture and biological as in nature. So it goes back to those two words that you brought up, which is very good. Nature and nurture. Now, the official government position
This is deviation.
is the official
No,
government
this is
position.
deviation.
I'm giving you the official standard. The standard is held by the National Police Chiefs Association. The Association of
What
Chief
are we
Police
discussing?
Officers.
What are we discussing?
Where's-
Policing against racism or social policy and a social movement? Political movement.
All of those things we discussed.
Suddenly becomes all the listen. My
Which
friend,
one would you like?
please,
I can zoom in any one you like.
it would be simpler, easier,
Yes?
if we were in a situation where an authority, a sociologist, has produced a book on racism. And we were discussing that book and the theory. Alright?
You can say that again.
What I'm saying, you are putting forward your point of view.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm
What?
putting the
What?
official
What?
point of view.
Okay.
Government's point of view.
Give me a name of any government, sociologist, anthropologist,
Yes.
scientist
Yes.
that has produced a book on racism.
I'll tell you. The National Police Chiefs Association, the Association of Police Chiefs.
I
That
want the
means
fucking name of
when
the
you
book.
become,
I'm
listen
getting-
carefully.
Name of book, guy. Name of book. I want the
name of the
author. No, I'm sorry, man. I repeat myself. I asked him for the name.
Phoenix Code.
Sir.
You're getting
One
mixed
authority,
up.
sir. Government
Yes.
committees, when they're discussing any issue
Yes. Yes.
on social policy or
Yes.
whatever,
Yes.
they invite experts.
Correct. Yes.
Now,
Yes.
I want you to drop a name of any expert that you know has written a book on the subject of racism. It's very simple.
But it's irrelevant. We're talking
What do you
government.
mean it's irrelevant?
It's irrelevant.
So we're discussing a topic that has never been researched.
Oh, it has.
By whom?
By the police and the government. They're the ones who set the standards. There's an official
Names,
standard.
names. Which police? Which police? Which police?
I told you, the Police Chiefs Association. They call
This
this
guy
called
is
the
making
Phoenix.
a dangerous allegation.
Oh no,
You don't go around
all this stuff,
saying the
all
national-
this stuff.
No, I want to discuss a particular perspective.
yes, it's called the Phoenix Codes. That's what we're discussing. The Phoenix Codes. That is the official terminology for the categorization of race
I'm not talking about race. I'm talking about racism.
and racism. Of course, that's racism. It's a
Race
belief.
is not racism.
Okay, yes. a
Define
belief.
what is race.
Yeah,
What
race.
is a race? When we use the word race,
All right, good,
what are we
good.
referring
Right. Race is
I'm I'm sober. You see, if I had my wine, I'd be relaxed.
Yeah. Officially, there are 6 races. 6.
No,
that's
just
official.
one. Just define one race before we go 6, right? Start with one. Okay? What is a race? A race.
All right, watch this. I'm going to give you the official definition, government definition. I got it.
That's why researchers are brilliant, sir, because they don't know.
Here they are. I have them here. Here they are.
You still have
Of course, because this is the official.
What authority?
What authority?
Who authorized you to represent the police?
No, you asking for the source.
No. I mean books.
You asked.
Let him define race.
Yes. These are the official definitions. I see 1, white European. I see 2, dark European. I see 3, black. I see 4, Asian. I see 5, Chinese. I see 6, Arab or mixed race. I see 7, unknown. That's the official.
You don't know. And the Association of Chief Police Officers is talking about, that is not about race, it's about how they collect government statistics.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's not about race, but how they collect government statistics.
Is there a
What does that
difference?
mean?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Let's break that down.
If I got assaulted, they would say, I see 1 white male. And if somebody tried to...
Find me some sense.
That is how they classify all crimes.
So in other words, you have to break the law. So according to his point of view, if you obey the law, you don't exist. In his statistics. He's talking about people who break the law. Sir, can you make an exception, sir?
I have documents here. Look, I've got the police documents here. I've got all of it here.
Sir.
So what this man was saying was incorrect.
No,
Why
that's
did you
your
believe
assertion.
him?
No,
He didn't show you anything. You just believed what he said. Has he shown you his documents? Is it because he's a white man that you just believe?
documents don't mean a
Is it
thing.
because he's a white man that you just
Yes. No, hold on. No, sir.
It's a question. Sorry?
What was very racist?
Yes, it's a racist question, yes?
No, what you just said about that. No, you got that.
Wait a minute, hold on. A lot of
Trying to
Asians
define
are
what
racist
racism is,
against
you
blacks.
just
A lot of Asians are racist against blacks. I don't know that.
Okay, let's
You see, we haven't defined what is racism, but we use the term racism. Sir. Problematic, big words like Asian. What does it mean?
well,
You see, the thing is, when we use words,
hold it. You asked the question. I'm going to answer. Right. An Asian, according to the UK self-defined ethnicity codes, there are 4 classifications of Asian.
yeah, but what is an Asian?
Right, I'll tell you. An Asian,
An Asian.
What an Asian is one, an A1 is an Indian, A2 is a Pakistani, A3 is a Bangladeshi, and A9 is any other Asian. That's the official. That's government. That's not me. That's government. That's government. That's not me. What does it matter what I think? We're talking government here.
Do you obey the government?
When you say
Yes,
obey the
of course. Of course. Yes.
You dress like a government.
Yes.
Are you from the government?
Of course.
when you say
You dress like a riot police.
Sorry?
Are you a riot police? Well, it's better than Nazi concentration.
Something right here.
Yeah, so
Police were driving past those
what I'm driving at here is that
Are you creating a demand, a need for the government to justify itself?
very good.
Number
Yes.
two.
Yes. Yes.
Number 2, why do you obey the government? Think what I just said. Think before you answer. Why do you obey the government?
Because I have to.
Why?
Or die.
Have to.
Power.
So is this fair?
Sorry?
Is this fair?
It's conditioning. Could be fear and conditioning. I brought up in the school system. I don't know.
Why don't you go to church?
Why don't I go to?
How do you know he doesn't go to church?
Yeah, right.
Right.
Now, sir, let us see. This is problematic. Now,
Cool.
let me put you in deep water.
He's already in deep water.
If racism, if race is a problem, racism, racialism, what about the nation, nationalism?
Right.
Hold on, I haven't finished yet.
Whoa. Now you.
What about fascism and neo-fascism?
That's right. All goes into it. Right. Okay.
No. What I'm saying, if you get the problem with racism, how are you going to deal with nationalism? I agree with you on that. This is problematic, guys. No, I'm being funny.
Okay.
But what I'm saying,
Let's take it a piece at a time.
why
Let's take it a piece at a time.
a piece at a time.
Yes. Let me address the things you just said. Hold it. You just mentioned the word nationalism. Right. Nationalism. Okay. So when you say that,
I also mentioned the nation.
yes.
That was a rhetorical question, by the way.
No, yeah, but no, it's very important. See, when you mentioned the nation, that brings about raises the subject of national sovereignty.
No, it doesn't. National sovereignty has nothing to do with the nation. They're two different words. The nation, nationalism, nation state, national culture, national interests.
Right, national security.
Please don't reduce everything to your simpleness. Okay? What I'm saying is this. Race
Yes.
is not racism. Why would we
Yes.
use two words to mean the same thing?
Because at some point,
So why would you use two words to mean the same thing?
it's a construct that you can choose to believe in or not.
So it is not biologically constructed, ordained.
But it was made by people.
We're not hardwired, are we?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, but you said it's a construct. When you say it's a construct, what do you mean? Is it biologically constructed or ideologically constructed?
Just retract the statement. So
No. I've got it. Don't worry. I'm just trying to say it simply. It goes back to the nature and nurture. When the fact that we're speaking,
nurture and
slow
nature
down.
is problematic.
The mere fact it was created by a biological entity.
What is created about biological?
The ideology is created by a biological entity. Yes. So the ideology must be
That has not been proven,
intrinsically
sir.
connected
That has not
to the
been
biology.
proven. Sir,
It's a human being that came up with the idea. It didn't come out of space. Well, it could have.
how do you know it was a human being?
Well, that's why I said
When
I
you say
assumed it
you-
did
you
not
don't
come
mean-
out of space.
No.
I assumed that a group of people who were biological entities sat together
People are not biological
and came.
entities, sir.
No?
We are not purely biological entities. Man does not live by bread alone.
Okay.
This is what we have to deal with. Who are we? Are we what we think? Are we what we feel? Are we what we eat?
Right. Okay. Right.
Are
Okay. We can go along that
Are
path.
we defined by the genes we wear? Or are we gene machines?
Right. And that question is answered
It's not
by
answered.
understanding. Yes, it is. It's
The best
answered
brains in the world are
being
still
able
doing
to
research.
understand
The jury's out on that
the
one.
relationship between nature and nurture. The answer to that question lies within the understanding of the relationship between nature and nurture. That's the answer to the question.
Thank you. Big problem.
All the same thing.
No wonder is the many.
Right. So the subject of racism lies in between nature and nurture. The subject is encompassed by both those elements. Racism is about nature and nurture. The relationship between the two.
Last night, I had a discourse with a spider on the wall. Right? And before I put my shoes on the spider, I said to him, I hope you don't accuse me of spiderism here. It's a form of racism, okay? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
No, I don't understand.
What I'm trying to say, you said it's to do with nature.
And nurture, are
Sir,
two words.
But when you say nature,
And nurture.
are
And
you talking about biology?
Yes.
Good. Is racism a construct of biology? Do human beings give birth to racism? Is it part of human nature?
Yes.
My friend, let us not make conclusions. We're investigating.
No, who said yes there? I want to talk to them. Who said yes?
I know you're smart. We are asking questions.
That's more of a problem at Speaker's Corner than racism. It's ageism. I know this is a 19-year-old coming here.
Yes.
Well, when I was 19.
And do you know what they say? In terms of the body, you're talking about biology. Is racism, the construct of racism, use the body as a reference point? The color of the body. Do I have to spell it out to you? The color of your eyes, your hair, your skin.
I'll answer that now. Give
Yes,
me a moment.
yes,
Give me a
yes,
moment
yes,
and I'll address that question. Yes.
Go ahead.
As
Hurry
far
up.
as I understand, there are 4 elements
Of what?
to a race.
No, we are talking about...
No, I'm going to address that. Listen, right. The government terms are place of birth, heritage,
Sir. So this is deviation. No, sir, we're not
place
focusing.
of birth,
Sir,
heritage,
sir,
state of mind,
sir. Let us
state of
stick-
mind, and appearance.
Sir.
Those are the 4 things.
State of mind.
Yes, state of mind.
No.
I'll explain.
He is the only one.
He asked- I've got all the answers. So it's okay. Take your time. Right.
Let him tell us what's fine.
Right. State of mind. When if a police officer sees you as arrest you,
State of mind.
the police officer will say you're an IC1. Yes? A white. Will classify you as an IC white European. Now when you...
Your state of mind.
Yeah, but listen carefully. Don't lose it.
That's racist.
Don't lose it. No, shut up and let me finish. Right. When you get arrested, the officer says you're an IC1. When you go to the police station, you're brought before the custody sergeant. Then the custody sergeant will show you the information that I've just shown you.
How do you know all these details?
Right, okay. Now, then the custody sergeant will ask you, how do you define yourself? Listen carefully. The officer has already defined you as white. When you go to the police station, the custody sergeant will ask you, how do you define yourself? And then they'll listen. And you could say, I'm Chinese. And then they'll write down
Details are irrelevant.
Chinese. They'll write down Chinese. But listen carefully. They'll be quiet a minute, let me finish. When they write, they'll write down that you said you are Chinese. That goes on the record. But then it's obvious from the government point of view that you have a problem
never
in
be
your head because you think you're Chinese.
Stop the crime.
The officer
You're not a criminal.
says that you're obviously, this is a white male, yes? But you think yourself Chinese. Right? So therefore you have a mental problem. You have a mental problem.
Psychosis.
Sorry?
You just said psychosis.
You don't have to
say that.
He's got a mental problem.
Okay, yeah.
He's got a mental problem.
Let's get back to what you were saying.
Oh, he thinks he's a black man.
Sir,
I'm sorry to derail.
Yeah, so that's the state of mind.
this is false knowledge.
Sorry?
Now, answer me one question.
Give me a chance to
Is
answer.
racism biological? Can anyone be born a racist?
Yes.
Is a racist born?
Yes.
All right. My next question is, are white born racist?
Are whites racist?
Are white people racist?
Generally, yeah.
No pressure.
Exactly. To take slow down. I can handle all of it. Just take your time. Right. Are whites born racist? Right. The mere fact that you said are whites. Yes?
Forget it.
No, you've already categorized the baby. You've already categorized the baby.
Why blame me? You say, no, but sir, we're talking about race here.
Of course you are.
As racism,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Now, if you think race is racism, then when the individual perceive, identify, and support the idea that they belong to a race, they're automatically racist.
You're racialist, not racist.
No.
That's right. Got it.
No,
Hold on,
Sir.
sir.
Sorry.
Very good.
No,
See?
hold
He's
on,
catching
hold
it.
on, sir. This debate took place in 1974. Okay? Between Banton and another sociologist. Okay? On racism being referred to prejudice and institutional racism. So racism, the debate was racialism. When we say racialism, we mean an individual being prejudiced towards another person. No, that was the theory, sir.
I thought, I don't know about the definition then. Oh, sorry, go on.
In sociology, this is the sociological debate.
But now when people say racialism, they mean the belief that races have in themselves some qualities, like one is better at this and one is better at that.
No, that's racism. Not
Oh,
racism.
that's racism. No,
That's racism. Not
So
racism.
racism is when you believe your race is better than another. Or when you think mine is better than yours.
They don't want to listen.
Yeah, that's
And they
racism.
end up
Racism is when you believe they have essential differences.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The belief that white men can't jump.
Exactly. Well, that like I don't want to say it. It's usually pretty bad.
Sir,
Sorry, go on.
sir, I will recommend you the best book on racism. Robert Miles, Racism. Okay. Check it on the web.
I could
Racism.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna make a
I
link.
can.
Right back is not sociology, right? You didn't read my friend.
I didn't read.
No, check Robert Miles. Put Amazon Robert Miles. Racism.
It's my shopping list. On my wish list. My shopping list.
Did it come up?
Yeah, it will come up.
No. But go and read it.
What is it?
No.
I want to listen to it.
Nationalism, Anthony Smith. He was an NSC. Now then, number two, sir. No, he wants to ask you the question.
Yeah, but he wants Okay, that's right.
Sir, that depends on the environment.
The environment. That's right.
No,
Environment.
sir.
The environment. Yeah,
Sir.
that's very good. I agree with that.
There is a difference between condition and situation. Don't fuck God. You deal with every subject. Books have been written on this subject. Thousands of books. And I don't pay Britain a compliment. You're very fucking backward. If you want to read sociology on racism, you gotta go to the Chicago school. America has done.
Well known for not being racist.
I'm talking about sociology. I'm talking sociology now. America has more Nobel Prize winners than England. I'm talking about research.
And 6 times the population.
Now? No.
Don't have these counter arguments. Say things you disagree with.
No, don't be personal.
It's not making it personal. I'm disagreeing with you. You're the most
Pedantic
Now, you want to be listen,
pedantry is an insult people.
I am going to come down to your level. I'm going to come down to your level.
Don't make it personal.
Send yourself.
Send yourself to your level.
That sounds like a very personal comment you're making.
No, meaning speaker and audience. I'm going to come down. I am going to be the man on the street. I'm going to talk common
The
sense.
man on a ladder.
I'm going to talk common sense.
Good. Anytime.
I'm black. I live in a white country. This is a racist fucking country.
Thanks.
Right? Now that is common sense.
I agree. Thank you.
Right?
I agree.
Now, for me to discuss the ideology of common sense, did you read Anthony Gramsci and Hegemony? Don't fuck up. You cheer me when I talk like a nigger, common sense, but when I be a sociologist, you fucking disrupt me.
We're out. That's right. That's part of the
We're not in a first year tutorial.
You're fucked
We're not in a
up.
tutorial
You are
room.
ignorant, motherfuckers.
It doesn't make me ignorant because I'm
You
trying to
are
work out what you're
fucking
talking
ignorant.
about. I'm waiting to work out what you're going to
You
say.
are
You're just
ignorant.
throwing out names of people. I have no idea who they
It
are.
matters who he is.
My friend, how can you
You are an
criticize?
IC1.
He just like
You're a white man.
I would say I'm more warm than
to a dark.
listen. Do you see? Anyway, I play the game, right? I lose. When I act the nigger, they cheer.
man with a many-coloured shirt.
When I was giving a sociological discussion,
Yes, but
nobody's listening.
But like you rightly said,
Power.
they're
Boring.
racist.
It's all about power now. So we're moving to power politics.
My friend, don't go there. Don't go into power.
Power.
Make a complicated point. Makes it hard for him to make a simplistic point.
It's power.
Just simplify.
My friend, you want to discuss power?
Alright, we'll discuss power.
What does Michael Foucault talk about power? What does he mean?
I don't know, Foucault says a lot of things. Foucault says a lot. I'm sorry, Foucault says
You want to talk about power?
His name is Foucault. I don't want to get.
Do you understand what I'm
You're
saying?
making me.
You see, they want to talk about power, but they don't want to discuss theory about power.
I would say Foucault is not a sociologist. Foucault is a
Foucault
literary
is not
theorist.
what?
He's a literary theorist at
Guy said
best.
Foucault is not what?
We're talking about Foucault, not like Foucault.
Let him finish.
He's a literary theorist.
He knows the books.
Not good as
No, man, this guy.
I just finished Punch and Discipline.
He likes the niggas on the street. Don't worry, he's gonna meet the nigga one day.
I'll shake their hand. They'll be lovely, I'm
My
sure.
friend, please. You make a big mistake.
Doing what?
You play with stereotypes again.
This is dealing with power here.
I might shake someone's hand.
I'm talking above your head. Forget it.
We've moved away from the discussion.
We.
And we've got into power
Okay,
politics.
sir. I understand. I understand that you have your own feelings and emotions. You try to express. It's your right as a citizen.
Right?
But let me remind you that as a citizen, you are a social, political, ideological, linguistic construct.
Correct.
And this institution is run by smart power.
Yes, smart power. I agree with you.
Let's
Yes?
not Speaker's Corner is an annex of a psychiatric ward.
Addicts.
Top place this is.
I'd say it's amazing.
People come here to feel good. They don't come here to think. And the reason why they come here to feel good is because they are not at ease with themselves. The government loves Speaker's Corner. The government loves Speaker's Corner because they could close down the psychiatric ward and let them out here. Right? No, it serves its purpose, okay? Don't knock it.
I wish that wasn't true.
It's not an important function.
We can learn a lot
It's mental
from
health cutbacks.
That's a good reason.
Yeah, again, what do you say?
I said it's mental health cutbacks, and you looked at me like I was hexing you. But actually, I was
No,
agreeing.
I didn't say anything.
No, but you almost did.
That was the
You almost
How
laughed
do
out.
you know?
You're amazed about how astute that was. You're like,
Yeah, you were like,
I have to give him compliment.
someone else say it.
I have to give him compliment when he's right.
I've got to try harder. I'm getting compliments. I'm getting compliments, I better try harder.
You don't have to just relax. Because at the end of the day, we're having a discussion and we're putting point of view. But the question is, a lot of people's point of view comes from study, research, and thought. Others' point of view comes out of blind prejudice and common sense. Okay? But it doesn't matter which way the point of view is expressed. Leave it open. Let's have a discussion. No put downs, no patronizing, no pointing fingers. Okay?
Yes, but we have to come to consensus.
Why are you against order?
Yes, but let the process.
You're the chairman.
Let the process arrive at that point. Okay? Because if anybody tried to intervene and manipulate the discussion, they run a risk of being a tyrant. What do you call a psychopolitical tyrant? Psychoterrorist or something?
Psychoterrorist.
Yeah, you know what a psychoterrorist is?
I'm going to put that on my Twitter bio. Moon-ass psychoterrorist.
Yeah. Terrorism is not all physical. It's very psychological. Don't joke, I'm talking abuse here. You're talking about abuse.
It's not abuse to heckle someone that speaks.
No, we're not talking about heckling, sir. We're talking about interrupting a discussion.
It's not abuse
Made
to
a beautiful
interrupt
point.
someone's
The
conversation.
reason why we're discussing is that we hope, right? It's a bit teleological, right? But we hope at the end is an end game.
Right.
And we might learn something. I mean, I've learned a lot today.
We have to contribute to your...
No, we don't have to do that.
But it's better to do that.
What are you trying to say to us? What is
That's the best headline.
In a nutshell. I've been here for like 15 minutes and I still don't know.
I've been here for 10 years.
Well, yeah, recap. Can you recap this entire discussion?
When I first arrived, I thought I was a man and I was in control and I know everything.
Are you not a man?
Now I feel like a woman, under control. But madam,
So you're not a man anymore?
no, because femininity.
Is this what we're talking about?
No. This is the disorder.
And women discuss racism.
I feel
This
like
is the
we should
disrupt-
be able to. Am I a race? I think racism, yeah.
Madam,
Was that like, yes, racism, good.
No,
You're like in there, you're like, yeah,
racist.
all right.
One, I'm from America, that doesn't make me racist.
On your car. She's not because she's not a national.
You're right.
No, but she's older. He's older. He's older.
Your hair is dark.
the arrogance of this guy to come here and put labels on people. And then he complain about colonialism. He would be the one who talks about Madam, in a situation, she'd have to learn the hard way.
They're not mine.
Every white South African, every white American has sympathy. Every white and black person.
Madam, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Sir!
Officially, look at this term. Visual ethnicity. That's government. That's not me.
My friend,
It's an official term.
my friend,
Visual
looking at you,
ethnicity.
looking at you, sir, visual. Let's talk about the visual.
It's not me.
Let's talk about the
That is
visual.
government.
Let's
Visual ethnicity. That's government.
Visual ethnicity.
Yes, that's official. That's not me. That's not me. That's government.
All right, you're quoting the government and
Yes.
I'm quoting you.
Okay.
Visual
Ethnicity.
ethnicity.
Yeah, that's
Now answer me my question.
yes.
Where is your boobs? Let's talk about visual ethnicity.
What does Foucault say about any of that?
did you understand what he implies? He implies
Regional ethnicity.
Sir, you are very ethnocentric in your perception of the definition of racism. Race and racism does not only, it's not the only reference to the body. Sex and sexism is. Women's bodies are also used to categorize, exclude, and victimize.
I didn't realise there was a first year philosophy seminar going on here.
My friends, don't be ridiculous.
It's like the most boring first year philosophy.
Speak for yourself. Keep boring. Keep boring. Keep boring.
I know.
Easy working for the show.
I'm with you.
This is ad hominem. This is ad hominem.
So he said it's boring because he doesn't understand what's going on. But sir,
I know exactly what's going on.
let me put
You're
it
saying
in a
things
nutshell.
that everybody agrees with, and you're trying to slip in controversial things.
So what do you mean okay, sir. Since everybody agrees, you must know this. What does racism and sexism have in common?
I don't believe there's a single answer.
No, please.
No, I don't. I reject the question. There's no single answer.
Okay. Now, can I continue, please?
No,
this is very important.
Can I address that? No, it's very important. That question.
I don't know whether it's true.
No, that question is very important.
I don't know.
You asked.
I think
You
it's
asked.
mostly subjective.
Yeah. Okay. You asked. What does racism?
I asked him, not you.
I know, but
My point to you is
Transfer the question.
What does
so you're a slave now. The white man is transferring his board on you now. You're the white man's board.
Right. Now, the answer is, the official government answer is it's called the protected characteristic. Government language.
Do you want the government?
Research, yes. Protected characteristics. Under the protected characteristics come race, gender, religion, and about another two. So protected characteristics. That is the answer to the question. That's the answer to the question.
Can I continue?
Yes,
I need to know what my rights are.
Can I continue? Sir, I understand that your penis is beginning to pulsate in front of the young man. And you're really getting excited. And you're wondering what's happening. So calm down.
You have a horn on your head. Don't talk to me about penile symbols. You have a horn. You have 4 horns on your head. You have a horn with 2 horns.
Right.
That's not a penile symbol. I've never seen one.
Right.
Is that why you're pleased to see me?
I wish I bought more bottles.
Please, sir.
What does the horn represent?
Man.
Are you getting
Yes, I am. My question is,
Women allowed to speak yet?
say hello to her.
Hey, so,
Don't interrupt now, okay? No matter. The question I was asking, in terms of the body, reference.
Physical body.
Violence of the body. In terms of race, in terms of sex, in terms of age. Why is the nation differ from these 3 categories? Okay, okay, let's start again.
alright, sweet. Let's go.
Racism, ageism, sexism make references to the body. Okay, why are they different from nationalism?
Because they don't make reference to the body.
Oh man,
Nationalism doesn't make reference.
of course they don't. Don't be silly.
No, but I'm saying.
But what's the difference?
Because nationalism doesn't make reference.
Okay, what is nationalism based on?
Based on where you're from.
Mostly a piece of paper.
Nationalism piece of paper.
Yeah, it's your passport.
Well, nationalism is more than that. What about your accent?
No, but I'm saying that the nation, you could have an American.
What is the argument?
You could
though?
be born in America, but you could have rejected your American.
We are men. We have to
be a
prove
Swiss citizen.
that we can have an erection.
There's still a second.
We have to win an argument, man.
Ex-patriots still say, no, you're still just American.
But I wouldn't say you're a nationalist. I'm saying you're a patriot.
You don't understand. You don't have an ego. Let me go. He's a man. He's got to prove. And you're here.
Hold my, do you want to hold my
Haley, hold this bottle.
His problem is when you look around, you see more intelligent men than him. So he has to beef up and be the man. And you now,
Don't get personal. Don't keep it making
my friend, are you ashamed of being a man?
No.
You feel guilty, sir. Are you in Europe?
I feel a level of responsibility.
But do you feel guilty for being black or being old? Like,
I'd say more responsibility.
it's about the body.
My friend, don't be ridiculous.
You should be proud of your achievement.
Yeah.
And having an erection.
What? No, that's not what I agreed to. I thought you meant achievements.
What is wrong with having an erection?
You're in a public place.
That's one. That's one.
No, sir. Nationalism, okay, is, no, I'll give you, Benedict Anderson wrote a book called The Imagined Communities, okay? Read it.
That's your argument.
I give the guy,
J.K. Rowling wrote a book.
Professor
Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Anderson.
Read it. It's like, you can't just tell someone to read the book and be like, now I need to say
Nationalism has no
Isaiah Berlin wrote a book called Blood and Soil.
If you don't have a theory of nationalism, how can I discuss
I've told you my theory.
Nationalism is racism.
It's not racism.
Good, you're in it, man. That's good, right. Nationalism has no value if it's not connected to racism.
Okay,
Did you catch that?
okay.
That's quite deep what I just said there.
It's quite deep. For someone,
Think about the impact of it.
for someone who is very shallow, to talk about depth of what? Listen, my friend, this is not a penis contest. We are talking about serious sociological theory, like erection. Okay?
It's far more serious.
My friend, that's important.
So what you're saying is that flaccid penises are irrelevant.
No, it's not. It's not. My friend,
Trivial.
my friend,
But erect penises
having
are
an
very
erect penis
important.
is
They're
evidence.
important. They're relative
No, it's
to
very
the fertility
important
of the nation.
because you as a male, the only evidence that you have been eating healthily is having a good erection.
And sleeping. Good sleep as well.
No, you are not a male.
Why?
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
To be fair, she's probably seen more erections than you.
Well, I agree. Okay, you don't feel pain. Why? And that has a lot to do with the blood flow, etc. Because a lot of impotence is very serious.
Don't return back to that.
I want to return back to this question. What are you talking about?
Viagra?
I am talking about you have to die to become a man. It's in the Bible.
Oh, well, I guess.
Christianity.
Cain, no, I'm talking about Cain and Abel. You gotta kill your brother to prove you're a man.
You have not read Cain and Abel.
No idea.
He was jealous.
You have an ego.
Am I not allowed to have an ego?
No, you're not. Where is the femininity in you? Where is your
So
femininity?
you're being sexist right now. You just put my heels on too?
Madam, madam,
That's how you get a job.
No.
madam.
You think that
No, I'm not going
the Bible? Yeah, you are.
What is wrong with being feminine?
Okay. What's wrong with me wearing jeans?
No, I'm not talking with you. Madam, I'm not talking with you. Don't be defensive. I am talking about an attitude.
Alright.
I am talking about an attitude and a lifestyle.
I'm not allowed to, like,
To be
Are
fair,
you
no, you are. No, madam, you are allowed to.
but I'm a woman.
No, we're not talking with you, madam. Madam, please, we're talking with you.
Bloody women, eh? What do you think about
We're talking
themselves?
about.
Alright, continue. My bad.
We're talking about concepts. Right?
Well, I have a problem with you talking about, like, a biblical story whenever you're taking it out
No,
of
no.
context.
But when I say reference to the Bible, because in the Bible, Cain was a man.
Yeah? But he was a
Abel was a.
What does this got to do with erections? I want to spell it out.
My friend,
Yeah?
I'm talking about men dying.
Why are you wearing
Man,
a horn?
to be a man, you have to prove yourself. Go to war, ego, dominate, competitive, masculinity, macho. It's nothing to being a male. It's not to being a male. Be a man. Men are constructed.
Yeah, that's
You don't have to prove yourself to be a woman. You just have to.
Beautiful. That's femininity.
No, I actually think this because like a woman at a certain time in her life will become a woman, and it's biology of fact. A man is more of a
That's
cultural
female.
idea.
That's a female.
Oh my God.
So is the woman.
to the Guardian.
No.
You say right now is physicality to.
You're right. Just substitute. Sorry. Now the same apply to woman. This is gender. Gender is style of the flesh. How you discipline the body, how you stylize the body. Okay? Now, femininity is the same with males. Males that have feminine qualities, like being artistic, gentle, and compassionate, they get bullied by macho males. Oh, yeah.
Sex
And
gender.
ideologically speaking, because many females share the same culture, masculine, patriarchal culture as male, right? They want to be equal to this macho male, so they try to be bitchy. Don't make from a culture matter.
Alright.
This doesn't apply to every female.
Alright.
Some males are feminine, some males are masculine, some females are feminine, and some females are masculine. Okay?
Okay.
So, this is the problematic. So, how a woman is constructed? Very simple. By patriarchy. Because the patriarchy, institutions, and ideology defines the body. So, a good woman must stand on one leg, okay? No, I'm demonstrating the body. Come on. Listen. She must stand because women have no rights to space, okay? The man must stretch, open up, okay? Because he can stretch, he can bust up space.
Talking about culturally,
No, we're talking about the body disciplines.
Yeah. I got you.
Etiquette, racial etiquette.
No, we're talking about we talk about gender. Right? Now,
But etiquette,
the reason why,
race comes into it.
my friend,
Cultural
My
values.
friend, a patriarchal male, masculine male, wants to dominate the space, right? And to dominate the space, he has to fight the French.
In a
And
particular
you know-
nation. Maybe if that might be British.
You're talking about domination.
Yeah, but you might be describing the British way. You might not be describing about.
I'm talking about to be dominant. Why do we go to war? What's the purpose of war? Racism.
There's no one.
Right, that's it. You got it, man. That's it. You did it. You got it.
Sir, that's not the cause. That's the explanation. That's not the cause.
That justifies war, but it's not.
That's not the only reason. There's so many.
What's the aim of war? Why do we go to war?
Women.
Right.
It used to be women, and then now it's oil.
Sir, you go to war to dominate.
Because you feel superior.
Not a feeling now, you gotta get a big gun.
I think
That makes you feel very superior.
Feeling is one thing.
you go towards secure the resources.
To dominate!
Well, if you have to dominate to get secure the resources, then that's it.
You go to war to dominate. In other words,
To secure the
if your
resources.
enemy is a masochist, we don't have to dominate the motherfucker, right? Even voluntarily surrender, okay? So the purpose is to dominate. And that depends on the condition, the situation, and also whether the French are willing to allow us in Europe to fuck them up, okay? Shall I spell it out? Okay, number two, okay? In this contest, this competition, I'm using euphemism.
In this race.
Now, we have women who see us as the gods,
Okay.
kings. And many women will feel betrayed if they're not penetrated by our stupid penis. Okay?
Okay.
So we have to control these mad women before we face the French. Okay? And we have a lot of men that are not kings.
Right.
They're too busy kissing bloody women and falling in love. And men who fall in love don't want to go to war. So the only way to go to war is if we separate them. Okay?
war of Troy
Keep the men away from the women. So they could save their energy. So we can unite as brothers and then invade the French. Okay?
Yes, that's that is the view of the British, yes.
That's why we come up with all these theories of racism and isms and elitism and all that situation. Okay? So, racism, sexism and ageism is all to do with the body. Using the body to create labels, stigma, oppress, dominate and divide people. Nationalism is unique because nationalism, you need a national curriculum. You need national consciousness. You need an imagination.
Right.
That's the difference.
But the nation and race are together. What use is a nation? What is the point of a nation? That is not
My
nation.
friend, I just told you, to construct the nation, you need a consciousness. To be a nationalist, you have to know your geography. No idiot could be a nationalist, okay? I have to calm down, sir. The nation, as a community, has to be constructed.
Yes.
With national consciousness.
Yes.
That takes an infrastructure.
Yes.
Okay? That takes a curriculum.
Yes.
You have to know your geography.
The same for race, though. The same applies
Race
to
is very crude. You just look at the guy, he looks different from you, and bang, he's a target. How are you going to target a patriot? He knows the territory and you don't. You're going to get killed there. You're going to get nationalism. That's why the nation and the nation state is the only institution that unite the planet under the UN. Race couldn't do it, religion couldn't do it, nor does gender do it. Sir, through national culture, you get access to information, resources. Okay? This empowers the individual. Invest in technology, renovation. Okay? This means that transportation, communication, and even structures for protection. Look at national disaster. Every time you have national disaster, who has the most efficient machinery? The military. They move it fast.
Well, the nation is dependent on identity. Identity, you must be able to identify the members of the nation. And to identify the members of the nation, race comes into play.
How can you? Oh, okay.
Race comes into play. An identity.
One question.
Political identity.
Who defines the nation?
The nation is defined by the elite.
Thank you.
Of the elite of the race.
I am the elite of the race. What do you want?
Tell me about the nation and the relationship between nation and race. The relationship between
Listen, my friend, race don't
race and
exist.
nation.
Race do not exist. What's that mean? Sir, do you have a passport?
Yes.
Who authorized your passport to protect your citizenship rights? Is it the color of your skin or the nation state?
The nation state.
Thank you.
No, listen. The nation state brings the color of my skin. The nation state requires that the color of my skin is important. Yes. Yeah. The nation state and the color of my skin matters.
My friend, what makes the color of your skin important? Is it your nutrition? or your ideas?
The government.
Stop being awkward.
What makes the color of your skin healthy? Is it what you eat or the government?
The government. Because the government controls what you eat.
Are you serious?
If they want to starve you, starve you. If they want to poison you,
When you go to the toilet, do you ask the government permission?
If the government don't want me to go to the toilet, I can't go to the toilet.
If you are walking in Hyde Park at 10 past 10, it's dark, there's nobody in the park, and you want to piss, are you going to phone up the government and say you want to piss down the tree?
So you're going to be released.
So you think?
I'm sorry, but the words
Do
are
you think?
No, what this guy failed to realize.
You can walk
Sir.
in Hyde Park in the middle of the night and the government don't know about it? Slow down. Do you think you can walk in here in the middle of the night and the government don't know that you're here?
My friend, what is the use of that knowledge to you?
I'm just stressing the first point.
No. We're talking about knowledge.
Knowledge, okay. Let's talk about knowledge.
I could understand the role of the government because you trust the government because you're afraid that the government will blow your ass off. You're scared. You should be in church, right? Other people are not scared of the government. Other people make a social contract with the government. Have you heard of the term social contract?
Social contract.
In other words, you could vote the government out.
No. If that's what social contract means, that's an illusion. That's an illusion. You think you can vote the elite out of position? You think you can vote?
We're talking about
Queen out.
sir. You're talking about class and power. I'm talking about the government.
Yeah, but the government is owned by the elite, isn't it? They own the government.
Sir, we need some basic groundwork. What is the elite, sir?
The people that have the power.
Do you have the power?
I have a certain amount of power.
Good. Now, who has the power to do what? Should I give you Hegel's quotation? Who is master? Is it the slave that created wealth or the master that depends on the slave? Who is master?
The master is the master.
Don't be silly. How can the master be master without the slave? This guy has no idea what's going
The
on.
slave, without slaves
He has
or
no
slaves.
idea.
They kill slaves, replace them. Slaves.
Don't be ridiculous, guy.
Slave.
Don't be ridiculous. Listen. You have undermined. You're against the mayor of London, don't you?
I'm against.
The mayor of London.
You think I'm against the mayor of London?
Yes.
The
Because he claims he's standing up for the underdog. My friend.
claims.
My friend.
Claims.
My friend.
Up to the underdog.
Why?
Claims.
What? No, please.
They use that word.
You're deviating again. I'm talking about value system here. Why would revolution, rebellions, protests organize? Why would we pass laws to protect employees' rights, health and safety?
We pass. Who's the we? When you say we pass laws, who's the we?
We the elites.
We the elite pass laws to maintain order within the environment that belongs to us.
Why does the elite?
We.
No, but
The
sir,
elite,
no.
the elite.
Listen to what you just said.
We.
Listen to what you just said.
Yes.
Why would the elites need order if there was no potential disorder?
They would need it, but they do.
Why? The elites. Okay.
You got a dog on the lead.
Would you agree? That?
If you got a dog on the lead,
Why would you have a dog on the lead?
they wouldn't have control.
Why? Why you want a dog on the lead?
Because it's a resource.
Like you're fucking scared. It's a resource.
Oh yeah, okay, right.
That piece of dog has the power to eat you up.
True. Yes.
What's the point to make it?
So you have to keep
In other words, we talk about a relationship. The elites are scared out of their wits from the people below.
true. I agree with that. That's why they maintain order.
Good. So the people have the power.
Hold it. The people are the power that the elite use. The power.
Use what power? But the
Power.
elites are human beings, aren't they?
Yes.
So the elites are the people
No.
that separate themselves from the people.
Yes.
You're confusing yourself, aren't you?
No. Power is like a resource.
Sir,
Power is there.
what can power do? What does power do? What does power do?
Power enables the user to do what the user wants.
Like you, get out of your bed this morning, leaving your beautiful room with your flowers, coming all the way to Speaker's Corner, dressed as a suicide bomber.
See that? I said that.
That takes a lot of power, guy. Okay? And the cameras are picking you up. And there are a lot of sharpshooters with hidden weapons. And you walk around with your black helmet. You think it's camouflage? Why wouldn't you get a white helmet? Does your black helmet protect you better than the white helmet? Or are you that racist you don't like white helmets?
The color of the helmet does matter. What's its significance? Yeah.
So you believe there should be diversity in the police? Do you trust a black cop with a gun?
Not if he has a racist superior. Not if he has a racist superior telling him what to do.
Sir. There are two police officers. Both are armed. Right? And they both have different colors. Actually, the black officer was not King Cole, he painted himself white. And the white officer painted himself black. So as far as they're concerned, to you, one is white, one is black, and they've got a gun aiming at you. Which bullet would you prefer to hit you? The black bullet or the white bullet? No. I want you to think about these things. Because, sir, do you know what you remind me of? Sir, power, the symbol of power. The way you look is very terrifying.
Why?
Because you're using symbolic power to remind women what men have done with the military to them. You symbolically are using that image to terrify the poor on the land.
Ali, forget about all this now. I want to ask you something. What is it what makes people in general feel ashamed about being racist? Like there's a lot of races that I'm obviously from the black race. I know for sure people from the Asian race, like, they don't like blacks. And then when you say it to them, they don't admit it. So what is it that makes people feel ashamed of being racist?
Confusion of the mind. Because they interpret race as racism. Race has nothing to do with racism. Okay? Race is just a category, a label to identify, perceive groups. Well, that's all it is. It's descriptive. Racism is something else. Completely, totally, okay? In fact, race don't exist. It is racism that interprets race in this kind of conflicting dichotomy, superiority, inferiority, etc. So when the individual, you see, they have internalized the dominant ideology about racism. So they interpret race in a negative way. There is nothing wrong with belonging to a particular race. Being a member of a race doesn't automatically establish you in a relationship, okay, where you dominate people. I mean, it's ridiculous. How can you accuse poor white people of ripping off the banking system? How can you accuse poor white people of oppressing Prince Mandela? You see, it's race and racism. We have the same problem with sex and sexism. People blame women because, listen, to understand this process, one has to take a multidisciplinary approach and perspective. Because there's so many regimes of power. He perceives power as one. He's wrong. That's why he have internalized and adopted the power values of the system while criticizing another aspect of it. Okay? This is the problem with single issue politics. Right? Like someone will say to you, oh, I am not racist. I only beat my wife up because she don't behave herself. But sexism is racism. Because it is to do with abuse. It is to do with subjecting the body, the mind, and violating. Okay? It's pornography. People think pornography is a naked body. It isn't. Pornography, verbally and physically, is violence. You know what is pornography? Watching a video of a pilot in an helicopter or an aircraft bombing a whole fucking village and you're eating fucking pizza.
Yeah,
that's fucking
right.
That's the reality.
Yes.
But the pornographic industry is very clever. They deviate people's concept of pornography so it becomes acceptable. Okay?
Yes.
So race is not racism, so it's purely confusion, ignorance, and it ends up in negative direction like self-harm. So you think racism is only operational through government?
Yes.
Good. Have you heard of colonial racism?
No.
Have you heard of cultural racism?
No.
Have you heard of new racism?
No.
These are all words, you know. Now, you interpret racism because you assume that your body must be an object criteria to measure the ills, the wrongs in society. What happened if you realize that it is not because of your body? What happens if you discover that the problems you're having is not because of the color of your skin?
I would have to change my outlook.
Good. Now, can I explain something to you? What happens if I say to you that one of the factors involved in creating you in a meaningless, powerless situation is the role of technology? Second, control of organizations or institutions that is outside your body.
But that impact is on it. It impacts.
No. But it's not because of your body. It's despite that you're black. Despite that you're black, big corporations, the banks, multinationals, their resources, their shareholders, manipulating power and wealth to invite politicians to dinner, to implement policy to restrict your access to resources. This is regardless of your color of your skin.
Is it? That's what you believe.
So you want to blame your skin then?
You're giving your opinion.
No, I'm giving you a theory, a perspective.
Okay.
Because your theory is that it's because you have a black skin, you're having a bad deal. Do you see the stereotyping and the flaw in your argument? You said white people, the flaw is, oh, white people are not equal. Not everyone that is called white is equal in resources they control. They're not equal. They are individuals.
All right, yeah.
They are divided into groups, statuses,
yes,
if even geography.
Right.
So you said ask a white, and I asked any white person. You didn't define.
No, I did not say ask a white.
You did.
I'm saying.
You just say.
I didn't say ask a white. I said white.
He's a liar.
Ask a
White.
He wants to argue, and then he makes the rules as he goes.
Not all,
Sir.
one supreme
Then-
at one time.
What does it
You
have
can't
to
be
do,
two supremacists.
sir? What does it have to do with color of skin then? So
Oh,
color of skin has nothing to do with it.
no, wrong.
Do you see how he contradict himself?
Wrong. No. I said white supremacists.
What is this white supremacy based on? What is it based on?
It's based on those. That's right. Those who they classify as
Was
white.
it based on white skin? Yes or no?
It's based on four things.
Oh man, listen. What is? Listen. We're talking about supremacy. Listen.
Yeah.
Now, you have black shiny boots. Okay? Okay? Does the supremacy of your black shiny boots depends on the color or the material?
They're not supreme.
Let's take another example.
Yes.
A Mercedes-Benz is superior to a Fiat.
Superior, not supreme.
Oh boy. Okay, superior.
Superior and supreme are different.
So there's only two cars in the world. One is a Mercedes and one is a Ferrari. It's superior because of the color or material.
Speech.
Go man!
Supremacy is to do with the control.
What do you mean explain? What do you mean by control? Control what?
Okay. So you have a number of people here. Okay.
No, you don't have no people.
No, here's a good example. We've got a number of different people here. Out of all, everybody here in this group, that girl is a member of the Supreme group.
You chose her.
No.
Because
That
she's
is
a
the
girl
third-
and she's young.
No.
Why can't you choose on that guy your side?
Because he's an Asian.
Choose
He's
him.
an Asian. He's an Asian. He's not white.
No, but why do you
She's
choose
not
him?
white. She's white. There's the power there. That's the power. That's the power.
So she can control you.
Yes, yeah. And she control you too, Asian.
No. No, he's not about himself. He's putting himself down. It's not, he didn't say you. He didn't say you. It's him.
A member of society.
She controls you.
That's right.
So she can go.
No, slow down. Slow down. Slow down.
So she can say sit down.
That's right.
And some power will come down and tell you to sit down.
All right, I'll explain. Slow down, and I'll explain. Right. Okay. As an IC1 Northern White European, she would be a member.
How old is that girl? She's how old is she?
Let me finish.
She's young, isn't
Let
she?
me finish. Let me finish.
I mean, what's this guy?
She would be classified as a member of the Supreme Order. Now, it's not about her, but those that are in positions of power would see her as a member of their group. And if you, as an Asian or Chinese person, was to do anything to her, and then they're upset with you, then you will see the power. You'll understand what the power is.
So imagine everyone.
Just like if the police come here, her word has more power than anybody
This
else.
is pure speculation.
Oh yes,
The police
I have
exists. Don't talk about if the police. Sir, the police will never come here because you're very civilized and well behaved. He's talking about criminals. The police only go after the madmen and the criminals.
What is a criminal? Okay, what is a criminal? What is a criminal? A criminal is a person that breaks the law. Is that what you just said? Would you agree with that?
Yes. It's very simple. It's a legal definition.
Okay.
The law can be applied with a prison.
Okay. A person
It's not
that
okay.
breaks. No, let's go slowly. A person that breaks the law.
Imagine there's 10 people in a group, right? Everything is the same about them. No different factors here, except one person. Like they're all black, except one person is white. That person has more control over everyone.
You asking a question? I just want to go back to the criminal and then deal with that.
Hey, don't take this guy too seriously.
I actually already like comedians.
Good.
That believe in your own
That's okay.
stuff you say.
Do you accept what I just said?
Dictated.
Might is right.
You have dictated.
Is that correct? Is that correct? Might is right. Is that correct? Yes or no?
As a psychopath, I agree with you. Right? Now, number 2. Okay? My friend, if might was right, women would never have the vote. If might was right, Mandela will still be in prison. If might was right, America will still be our colony. My friend, please. I know you're stretching your legs.
That doesn't make sense.
And you're feeling cool in your trousers.
That doesn't make sense.
So might is measured by strength. So you're saying might has strength.
Yes.
I have a bigger stick than you.
Yes.
But sir, strength is not something that's fixed. If he had evidence, and if he understood the signs of strength, he would be busy building a skyscraper, not standing up in this corner arguing with a silly guy with horns. My friend, I'm talking about domestic violence.
Yes.
2 women are killed every week in Britain.
And who's responsible for that?
Men like you who believe that might is right.
No, the government is responsible for that.
The government killed 2 women.
Yes, because the government allows whatever happens within the society, the government is responsible for what happens. The number of crime, the crime figures.
So
that's what the police are there. The government is responsible.
If someone here.
Exactly.
So you don't know what you're doing. It's the government that's responsible for putting you before me to bore me to death.
Yes.
Blame the government.
So if I stab that guy right now, it's the government's fault.
Yes. Cool. Might is right.
Might is right.
Yes.
You mean far right or?
Might is correct.
Yeah. So you're saying it is right for, in our global system, that powerful states, in the name of saving humanity and global warming, they should go into other states without power and dump their waste in them, export junk food and cars.
You add the word should.
No, we don't know might is right.
Yeah, might is right. The word should doesn't come in there. Leave the word should out. They do it or they don't. Might is right.
Sir,
There's no should.
Sir,
There's no should.
we're talking about development. What is your motto? You know, in our planet, there is growing inequality.
Growing inequality.
Equality is increasing. Rich is getting richer, and the poor is getting poorer.
Yeah, so what's wrong with that?
We're talking, if you are not careful, Zika mosquito is coming to bite you.
So what's the point? What's the point?
The point I'm making is this. In this global village of ours, what model of development or policy should we adopt to save the planet so that children can see animals in the wild?
Should we adopt?
No.
This word should.
I didn't.
This word should.
Okay,
Might
must.
is right.
Okay.
And the
What
way the
model
should comes in.
Sir, what social policy must be applied? Or do you think politicians or the G7, the G28, or 7-Up drink should save the planet?
Should save the planet.
Do you understand the question?
No, I have no problem with this word should.
One word should, okay.
Yeah,
So I dropped the word should.
Drop the should.
I dropped the word should.
Yes.
Imagine you are invited as the black safety officer at the G7 summit. And they invite you to attend a speech on global policy.
Right.
What do we do with Monsanto, Google, and Apple? Distribute income on the planet so the poor people have access to food and medicine.
Right.
Come on, deliver.
First of all,
Lucky I'm not drunk today.
First of all, I'll be very glad to have been invited to that forum, to that space.
Powerful 700.
Power. I assume that those are the people with power.
The G7 have power, they're mighty guys.
All right, okay. So a group of powerful people happen to choose me and to invite me to their conference to speak about what to do with all these companies that they're already controlling.
The end game, sir, is to save the children.
Who said the end game to save the children? Who said that?
That's the purpose of your speech.
Oh,
what do you suggest?
Hold on.
What plan
Yes.
would you advise the Chiefs? The mighty, the righty, okay?
Yes.
To save the planet.
Yes.
So that the children would see animals in the wild.
Good.
Simple question.
Yes. I would say that the G7 would have to deal with the problem of racism among themselves first. So that they can then be in a position to make balanced decisions about the rest of the world.
So you're saying, without any other factors, the only factor of discrimination is racism. I have white skin, you have black skin, I have better than you. No other factor is taken into account. Only I have white, you are black, I'm better. I have no power.
That is a belief of racism. Yeah,
And
that is a
that's
belief.
your belief.
No, I believe that exists.
Good.
So I believe white supremacy exists.
You want to play that game.
What game?
Suddenly you become detached.
Of course, we're discussing it.
Yeah, you're discussing.
Yeah, and I'm not white, so it can't be white supremacy.
Yes. And because you're not white, you don't play a role in legitimizing this white supremacy.
Ooh. Say that again. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. It's very, very important. Say it again.
We have a relationship, and it's a big ship.
Say it again. We have a relationship. Okay.
All right, relationship.
Yes. And it's a big
There
ship.
is white supremacy versus you, black, and your heaven. Right? What relationship do you have with white supremacy? And how, by your participation, do you legitimize this white supremacy?
Beautiful. Now give me a chance to address what you just said. You said we have a relationship. Right. Ship.
It's a big ship.
That's right. It's a big ship.
And you're not a captain.
The ship that we are on was, listen, let me finish, was constructed and is being captained by white supremacy. The captain of the ship in the relationship is white.
You're playing with words again. Now, let me explain something to you. Right? Now, I have arrived at the G7 summit.
A ship.
And I construct myself as black.
Sorry?
We're talking hypothesis. imagine, okay? We're only speculating. Because I'm not there. You're not there. But we can still have a mock situation, right?
Right.
Well, I'm saying, right? I'll be generous to you. I am black. I'm pissed off. I'm ground up.
Dat is wel heel lang daar.
So what I decided, okay, to go to the G7 summit. And my
Hold it. You don't decide. They have to invite you. You can't decide. You decide to go to the summit.
Who invited the insects that are crawling on the walls of the G7 summit?
They allow them because they're going to be insecticides and clean the place out before. So they're responsible.
So you are
Even the insects. Even the insects.
He doesn't understand. He keeps shifting.
Can we answer that question that you asked earlier on?
Which one?
What part do you play?
That's right.
What part do you play in this?
Right, okay.
drama?
The part that I play in the relationship is that I am not a member of the crew on this ship. I am on the ship.
You're not just a passenger, are you? You do comply.
It's like a prison ship. It's like a prison ship.
Without your compliance,
Sorry?
things would not happen the way they are.
No, if I do not comply, then they'll throw me off the ship into the sea. And I'll drown in the sea.
You know, at the Nuremberg trial, that's what the genociders said. I was only obeying orders.
So you have to stay in compliance.
That's right.
Yes. Until I can figure out
He
a
comes
way.
into my home to kill me, and when I ask him, why are you killing me? He says, oh, it's the gang who forced him to do it.
Yeah, Mike is right. That's the law. Mike is right.
If Mike is right, and there is white supremacy, what does that make you? Inferior?
Yes.
Then why are you wasting time? Why are you wasting tolerance? If you know you're inferior, why are you wasting time talking?
Because I believe that there's a possibility that the relationship can be changed. And
By talking. By staying here.
Oh yes, because the whole world is constructed on words and language.
I thought you just said
So
Mike
if
is
I
right.
say the right words, it could produce.
Feel glossed over.
It could change. It could change.
Sir,
That means it's possible. Right.
sir,
It's possible.
you have a problem, and it's worse than pissing against the wind. First of all, you have to convince these horns that racism as an ideological form or construct is the only ideological construct that explains and justifies injustice. Secondly, you have to convince me that the children are not important, women oppression are not important, class, ignorance, hunger, disease are not important.
Important to who?
Sir, you say that racism to you, you're obsessed with racism is everything. It's epiphenomenal. I'm saying to you, there are other isms that are probably more important. Now, let me put it in a crude way. What role does elitism play in constructing racism?
Because the elites have decided.
No. I didn't say the elites. No. Listen, don't twist. Elitism. You understand my English? Elitism.
Right.
What role does elitism play in constructing racism?
It is the religion of choice. It is the ism of choice of the elites. The elites choose racism. That's it. What's the problem?
Sir, is racism exclusive or inclusive?
Exclusive.
It's exclusive. It's oppressive. It excludes people.
Yes.
You going to make a bad decision. I like Mr. Trump. He's more intelligent than you are. My friend, if you want milk from a cow, will you drive the cow away or you get close to the cow?
Get close to the cow.
Thank you. So, all the immigrants, including the ones you know, we're talking about immigration to the UK. When you arrive at the UK airport, what sign do you see? You sign, you see, welcome to Heathrow.
All right, okay, yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah.
Now, why would a racist country welcome the immigrants? Who has got it wrong? No, please. If England is a racist country, why are the immigrants coming to England? To be racist?
They're coming here to serve.
No, but sir,
They're coming here to serve.
But to serve, sir, is not to exclude, it's to include. You cannot serve someone by separating from them. Alright? You have to go.
Is what do you want to include them in?
No, but sir, this is developing into that. You see, what I'm doing, so far he has constructed racism as exclusion. It has not.
I think what he hasn't said, we should obviously know.
Right. And what I'm talking, right? So
power
he is looking at it.
Exactly.
He is looking at it as a personal. He is looking at it from a personal situation. He is not integrated into Buckingham Palace.
Not only personal.
My friend, you have not given us a systematic analysis of how the system works. All your comments was based on the fact of color of skin, the biological, the body.
Let me address that point.
And my point, no, please, please stop this. The point I've made before to you is this. What affects you, what makes you feel insecure, what makes you feel alienated, is outside of your body. Regardless of the color of your skin, it has a lot to do with systems, corporations, technology, the environment, the ecology, and desires of outside.
Why do you think the system is completely outside the body? Okay.
His perspective is problematic on a personal basis. He's a man, he feels might, and he wants right. So if he has a relationship with a female, he will rape her because he's right. He's not going to want legitimacy relationship, like falling in love, talking to her, going for a walk, being kind, buying flowers. No, he doesn't want legitimacy. He wants to exercise right his might. This is where many women protest. The personal is political. Women have a right to say no. They have a right to object to man's power in their relationship, okay? He is bordering on a risky ground.